Hello there guys, welcome to this new series of VB.NET tutorial. We are going to create a very simplified accounting system. The point of this system is to understand and practice more on using databases. I know it has been ages since I last posted a tutorial or video, but I find that many are suffering with when they are trying to work with databases, and the most common problems is that many don't know how to debug. So I will be detailing how to perform a debug a little bit more than usual, so that anyone who's having problem can address these problems easily. Okay, so first things first, if you have seen the post tutorial, you'll remember that we kinda specified what should the application do and what are the building steps or the roadmap that we should follow in order to finish the application. So we're gonna do something very similar here. For this reason, I'm going to create this Word document. Maybe I should have used Excel, no problem there, but whatever. Okay, so here we have this one. Okay, simplified accounting system requirement. Okay, so let's say someone came to you and asked you to build an accounting system. Of course, the first thing that you should put in mind is that you don't start coding right away. You need to ask that person a number of questions to understand how or what is he expecting. Each person have a different understanding of what an accounting system is, and before you code anything, you must make sure that you understand the customer fully. In this case, we don't have a customer, we ourselves are the customers, so we are going to write what is required from our application. Okay, so first thing to do is to provide a means to define to define an account. Okay, so you need to have a way to define an account. Okay, another thing that you might need to do, provide a means to add money to an account. Of course, you need to be able to deposit money into an account, and you should be able to draw money. That means to draw money from an account. Okay, one last thing, provide a means for moving money between accounts. Okay, another thing that you might need to do in addition to that, provide a statement for each account. So whatever action you have done on an account, you should be able to provide a statement on that. Okay, so these are the very basic requirements that the application should do, and now we're gonna add a few other things. Multiple users should be able to access the same system concurrently. Okay, so multiple users should be able to update the database management system. Okay, so let's say I work on PC1 and your friend is working on PC2. and you both want to update an account, this should work without a problem. Also, provide the ability to modify an account or modify a deposit or draw operation at any given time. So let's say 5 days ago you saved a receipt or let's say a deposit operation or a draw operation, and later on you've figured out that you made a mistake, or you found out that you made a mistake. So you need to go to that receipt or that draw operation and change it. And the statements for that account and all other calculation should be updated accordingly. Okay, so you need to pay attention to that. Okay, and of course the application need to have some other things, such as provide a means for backup and restore, provide customer statement. Okay, so we need the system to provide a statement, or let's not customer, I mean here account statement. So we want to see what happened to an account, to understand what was happening, why the balance is, let's say, 80 instead of 100 or something like that, so you can display a statement. Okay, so this will be the only report that we need, and I don't want this to be very complicated. I want it to be as simple as possible. Again, the point here is to practice working on a database management system, and we should be able to see how to do that here. Okay, now that said, these are the basic requirements. Okay, so now we are going to write the steps needed in order to develop the application, right? So that said, now basically this time we are going to do things a little bit differently. So I'm going to focus on what the data and the database should look like, okay, or what the table should look like. So basically we have an account, okay, so list of tables in the database, and we have first we have accounts table. Now what do you need here? We need a number of fields. First we need an account ID. This is basically a unique identifier that is generated automatically. The system should use this account ID to load or update an existing account. Okay. Also, transactions will use this account ID, account holder name. Okay. Now this is a text field, and it is going to be used to show the end user which account text field, and is going to represent account name. Okay, So it could be John Smith or whatever. Okay, and we have balance. Okay, and here the actual balance of the account. From the name, it is obvious. I'm gonna add the word account here, so there is no problem here. And I am going to add other things such as other than the account ID, account balance, account notes. You might want to add a few notes. For example, you want to add the address of the account holder or something like that. Hold some text information about the account holder. Okay, so this is the first table, which is accounts. Now, the next table we are gonna use, I'm gonna call it receipts. Okay, and this table, the receipts table, will store the things that will affect the accounts. So if you want to perform a deposit, in that case you will add a deposit receipt. If you want to perform a draw, you will need to add a draw receipt. If you want to transfer money, you will need to add a money transfer receipt. Okay, it's easy, it's very straightforward. There is no problem here, very simple. So here we need what? We need to say there's going to be receipt ID. This is going to be a unique identifier that is used to load or edit the receipt. Okay, so if you have the receipt ID, you know how to do that. You have the receipt number. Now, the receipt number, you can search on that, but later on you can modify it. But the receipt ID should never be modified. So here, this one represents the receipt number entered by the end user. Okay, and also we have receipt date. This is the represent the date of the receipt, and we have source account ID, the source account, and we have destination account ID, the destination account, seats amount. This represents the amount of money being deposited or drawn from deposit, drawn, or transferred between accounts. Okay, so now you might be wondering, if we are doing a deposit or a draw, why do we basically a deposit or a draw affects one account, but if you think about it, you will see that we have two fields, the source account ID and destination account ID. And the reason for that is the receipt table will have a general format. The same receipt table will be able to store deposits, draws operation, and transfers between accounts. So if you mention here a source account and destination account, this will make things a little bit easier. There will be a very special account with an ID of -1, for example, that we could use for example, if you want to perform a deposit, so basically you will replace the destination account ID here, and here you will put -1 because you are not drawing from any other account. If you want to draw, let's say, from an account, so you place the account number here, but since you are not doing a deposit, you place here a -1. In the event of transferring money between two accounts, you will just put the first account here, the one you are drawing from, and the destination account here, the one you are depositing to. You put the IDs here and everything will work just fine. It might not be very clear right now, but things will be much easier later on. Okay, one last thing here. We can actually create another table that will simplify our reporting. I wonder, do we need another table or not? Based on this, I would say, yeah, we might need one. We might need one. So I'll add here, I'm gonna say account history, or let's say account statement, or let's say accounts statement table. Now this one is very simple table. What is it for? It's for the report of account statement. It will hold the account ID, okay. It will hold the receipt ID. It will hold the let's say receipt date, because you want to know when a change happened. It will hold the old balance, okay, and it will hold the balance change and the new balance. Okay, so and also a notes field. The notes field will be used in order to display some textual information for the end user. So these are the most important tables that are used to let's say store the information that the end user cares about. One other thing that we need is the management of the system. So we'll need other tables, such as vars table for storing variables. Okay, so this one will have two fields. We have let's say variable name, okay, and variable value. Okay, so we will just use this to store settings in the database instead of storing them into files. So this will make things easier, and we will need other table. In this case, we will need users table. Okay, and here we will have user ID. We will need username. We will need user password. And by the way, we will not use the actual user password. We will modify it a little bit. Okay, so people won't be able to hack it. And what also we are gonna use? We are going to use another thing here. We will have a user status, because the administrator could lock the user or enable the user account. Okay, and I suppose these are the tables that we need. So in total, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only have 5 tables. If we need more tables, we can add them later on. But let's assume that these are the 5 tables that we need. The system provides these very simple requirements, and that's it. This is the very basic. Let's say these are the very basic features that the system provides. So I'm going to save this file into the computer. Let's go to the desktop over here, and I'm going to save this on the desktop. Okay, this is great. And also, what am I going to do? I am going to create a new project. So here I'll go to File. I'm going to say New Project. Okay, and this is going to be Windows Forms application. I will make it using .NET Framework 4.0. Okay, so here you can select different types of .NET Framework. So I use 4.0, and yeah, I will store this in the projects folder. Okay, and the name of this one, simplified accounting system. Okay, although I prefer a blank solution, no problem. Wait a second, let us choose that, because I don't want to add a project and then remove it. We want to make things work accurately from the very first time. Other project types, setup and deployment, no, not this one. Samples, no. There should be another one. There should be an empty solution, right? Wait a second, templates. There should be something here. Oh, this is it. This is the one I was searching for. This is going to be a blank solution, simplified accounting system. That's it, a blank solution, and that's it. Okay. So now we have this very simple solution, and now we are going to add a project into that. Okay, so the progress here will be a little bit slow. I want to make things a little bit more organized and easy to understand. And this is gonna be let me see, a blank application. No, I don't want something for Visual Basic. I want other project types. Some other project types. That's a problem. Okay, no problem. I'll make it a Windows Phone application. Okay, and I'm gonna call this test a project. Okay, so this is gonna be a tester project, and I will hit OK. Now, the goal of this project is to hold the documents I need when developing things, and whenever I need to perform a test for some code or something like that, I will update this project and do the test. So all the mess and all the non-standard code or things that I want to try, I will try to do them in this tester project. This will not be the final project that the end user will get. Instead, it will be just, you know, a number of tests, just a holder for a number of tests that we are going to do. Now, one last thing, I'm going to copy this file. Let me see, copy here, and let's go back, right click and paste. Okay, so this is the document here. It is part of the project now, no problem. And if you double click that, you can open it with Microsoft Word, and all is fine. So later on, or in the next video, when we are going to specify the basic step for building the applications, we will do something similar. We will add an Excel file or maybe Word file here, specify what are we gonna do, and follow a plan. Sorry that this video took some time, but hopefully things will be a little bit clear. Don't want to go very fast. I want to be slow and make sure everyone understands what's happening. That's it for today. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye. So I'll have to stop.